All right, Chuck, here are the figures we agreed to. This is your term, your rate, and your base payment. I want you to know you can take immediate delivery at that payment with approved credit if you chose to do so. However, based on the information you provided me earlier, that may not be the best option for you. There are many options available to you, and it's my responsibility to go over them with you. May I begin?
Yes.
First option here is our preferred option. What we're going to give you is a 7-year, 100,000-mile extended service contract that's going to take your manufacturer's warranty all the way out from 3 years, 36,000 miles to 7 years, 100,000 miles. Whichever comes first, that's going to cover everything that your standard manufacturer's warranty would cover, minus wear and tear items, belts, hoses, and lubrications. It's also going to cover you for trip interruption if you're outside of 100 miles away from your home, and include towing as well. Next option we have is gap insurance. Are you familiar with what gap insurance is?
No.
Okay. In addition to the purchase of your vehicle, gap is probably the second most important thing you can buy with it. What it's going to do is if your vehicle is involved in a total loss, your insurance company is only going to cover what the market value of your vehicle is worth, not what you owe the bank. So if there's a deficiency of your loan, imagine if you owe $4,000 to the bank after your vehicle is involved in a total loss, gap insurance is going to cover it. Without it, you'd be responsible for it out of pocket. Next item we have here is our Ultimate Vehicle Protection. That's a 3-in-1 product. It's going to cover your tires and wheels, dents and dings, and windshield repairs. That's an unlimited amount of occurrences with a $0 deductible over 5 years. So if you run into a pothole while you're outside driving around, you bust your tire, it's going to replace your tire and your wheel if necessary as well. That could be up to a $600 to $800 replacement out of your own pocket. If you're in the shopping, if you're out shopping, you're at the grocery store, somebody hits you with their shopping cart, puts a dent in it, anything golf or softball size or smaller, it'll cover that as long as it doesn't compromise the dent or the paint. And if you get a chip or a scratch in your windshield, anything under 6 inches, it'll cover that as well. Like I said, unlimited amount of occurrences over 5 years, $0 deductible. Next item we have here is our Subaru Added Security Maintenance Plan. That's going to prepay for all of your maintenance for the first 30,000 miles. Okay, so that's oil changes, tire rotations, air filter replacements. It's going to save you about $500 over that course, over your 30,000 miles. Last item we have here is Theft Protection Program. What it's going to do is benefit you for up to $2,500 if your vehicle is involved in a theft and not recovered within 30 days. Also, let's say your vehicle is stolen and it is recovered, but it is deemed a total loss by your insurance company as a result of damage incurred during the theft. It's going to also give you that same benefit. Do you have any questions before I move on to the value package option? Oh, I'm sorry. And here are your payment options here and here. Do you have any questions before I move on to the value option?
Do not.
Okay. Value option is the exact same as the preferred option. However, you're forfeiting the benefit of the theft protection program. So let's say you're on vacation with your family. You have a bunch of equipment inside the vehicle. The car's stolen. In between your insurance company and your gap insurance, the vehicle's covered. However, you had a bunch of camping equipment, cameras, and things like that inside the vehicle. You'd be out of pocket to replace those things. With that $2,500 benefit, you won't have to be as concerned with that. Here are your payment options here and here. Our economy option is exactly the same as the value option. However, you're forfeiting the benefit of the Subaru Added Security Maintenance Plan, so that prepaying for up to 30,000 miles. So let's say you get to your 15,000 mile interview or 15,000 mile interval, it costs a few $100s. You don't have that money at that point to take care of it. You're already going to be prepaid for it, and you won't have to worry about it. Now, if you also notice here, your Ultimate Vehicle Protection, the cost is a little different because you're forfeiting the benefit of the dent and ding and windshield repair as well, but we're giving you the tire and wheel. Okay. Payment options here and here. Basic option, almost the same as the economy option. However, you're forfeiting the benefit of the gap insurance. So imagine you do get in a total loss 2 months down the road. Even though you've put a few grand down, let's say the market value of your car is, like I said, $4,000 worth, give or take a little bit, and your insurance company only wants to pay that, and you still owe a difference to the bank. You'll have to be out of pocket before you can get another loan on your vehicle. Payment options here and here. Chuck, which option works best for you?
I want the base payment.
Want the base payment? Okay. Can you just sign right there for me, please? All right, Chuck. I've been doing this for quite some time, and it's been my experience that for most people, it's either the cost or the way that these options are grouped for them that makes them want to go with the base payment. Which is it for you?
Cost.
Cost. Chuck, I'm a consumer outside of here, just like you. If cost wasn't a concern for you, which 2 items out of the preferred option would you see the most value in?
Gap and prepaid maintenance.
Gap maintenance. Chuck, most of my customers say the same exact thing. So, Chuck, here's your payment with just the gap. Here's your payment with just the maintenance. Here's your payment with both of them together. Which one works best for you? Take both of them? Great, Chuck. Could you sign right there for me?